Hey everybody, it's Jaffe. We're back with part 3 of our series for custom post types UI and advanced custom fields. Pretty much we're just talking about advanced custom fields at this point. So in this episode, I should say, we are going to be discussing the repeater field. So if you've been following along with the previous 2 screencasts, you know we've already created a custom post type of movies, and we've created some fields for the movies. I've done a little bit of extra styling for this, but it's nothing that you guys missed out on really. So the repeater field, this is an add-on for advanced custom fields. It's $25, totally worth it. Totally worth it. So we're going to get right into it. And first things first, what I did was I did a quick mock-up because of what I want. I want to see what the actors look like. So I've got this little area here that I created. It's just a class of actors with a h6 tag, and then inside that a div with a list of actors. And if we go back out to the front and refresh this, you'll see them right here. And if you click on them, then I get an actor. Now this is not pretty, and it's probably not the best way to go about it. I just did a little JavaScript here to click on the actors h6, and when that's there you find the div and toggle it open and close other ones and blah blah blah. And it's just really a poor way to do it, but I knocked it out really quick. You know, don't judge me. Anyway, so actors, let's get right into this. This is pretty simple stuff. So we're going to go into our custom fields. Now we've already created a custom field, and actually before I start we need to go into plugins, and on the advanced custom fields repeater field we need to activate that, then go into our custom fields. In movie details we don't need to create a new field, we can just put it in this one. So we're going to add a field here, and we're going to call this actors, and it gives us our field name. And once you've activated the repeater field, you'll see a new little option down here under layout for repeater. And it gives us some new options here, and one of the new options is the repeater fields. So we're going to add a subfield, and we're going to call it first name. And then we're going to add, and we can leave the rest of this blank. Don't really need anything with it right now. We're going to add a subfield, call it last name. And it automatically gives us this field name, right, of last underscore name. We can change this if we want, but no sense changing it. We can stick with the defaults. And then one more thing I want to change is this little button label. I'm going to say add actor. And that's it. So we can go up and update this. And now when we go into My Movies, we are going to go into Harry Potter. And there it is, our actors. First name, last name. So let's add an actor. So the first name of the actor we've got is Ralph Fiennes. Oh man, Fiennes. And let's add one more just to have it. Alan Rickman. Notice how I'm putting in the good actors. In fact, let's put in the mother of all good actors, Gary Oldman. And he's not really the mother of good actors, is he? Anyway, so we've got these actors in here. Now we just update this. And there they are. Now that's the power of the repeater field. We can just add row after row after row after row. We can remove them if we want. So we've got the little minus signs. And once we've added those, then we just need to have that come out on the front end. Now right now we've just got that list I created. So let's go into our editor, and under this information I'm going to go ahead and comment out the unordered list, and we're going to put a little code in to make this happen. So the first thing I want to do is create a variable. I'm going to call this rows, and this is basically standard, just base example. You can call this whatever you want. It doesn't have to be called rows. So the variable rows is equal to getting the field, and the field we're going to get is actors, right? So we made that made that field right here, and let's go back into our custom post types. just so there's no confusion. So there's that field name actors. Okay. And then we have two more field names, first name and last name, within that. So staying within the PHP tags here, I'm going to say if rows. So basically, if we have information in those rows, let's do something. So we're going to echo out an unordered list, right? So man, maybe I shouldn't talk and code at the same time. We have this unordered list here, right? So that's what we want to echo out, and we'll do the closing unordered list. Now, where the magic happens is a for each loop. So, for each, ooh, if I could spell, what's that going to sound like? Ooh, huh. For each rows as a row, let's do this. We're going to echo out a list item. And in that list item, we're going to get, we're going to get the row, and the row we're going to get is going to be first name. And then we're going to put a space here. And that's just actually putting a space in between the first name and last name. And then we're going to get to the other row, and that row is going to be last name. And then we go ahead and concatenate a closing list item and finish it off. Now, what are we doing here? We're going and iterating through the rows and finding each individual row, and then we're calling each row by name, first name, last name. So what are those rows? This is the first name row and the last name. So for each one of these that we find, we're going to echo out a list item. And that list item is going to be the first name, and then a space, and then a last name. So we should already have 3 rows of people, actors. So if we refresh this, there they are. Ralph Fiennes, Alan Rickman, Gary Oldman. Very, very easy. And if we want to add a new actor, let's go into our movies. Let's go into Harry Potter. And let's add an actor. Daniel Radcliffe. Is that how you spell his name? Cliff? I don't really care. We'll update that. Hit refresh. And actors. There we go. Daniel Radcliffe. Now, of course, there's no actors in here, so we don't have any information. But here we are. And that is the repeater field. Easy.